Hi, everyone. Now we're going to be looking at Chapter 6 for Word, and let's go ahead and get started. I've already got my student handouts folder here saved on the desktop, and we're going to go in here to Chapter 6, and we're going to start with the delightfully named Sick Kids. And we're going to save this as, of course, revised. Just put an R. If I forget to save it each time with each DYS, just remember I mean to. Okay. And what we're going to do with this chapter is we're going to be looking at themes and building blocks and different styles, basically just ways to customize documents. Building blocks are used to basically create little mini templates that you can put in different documents. And then there are themes, which are sort of overall designs that apply to an entire document. So we've done this and we've opened that up. Next thing we want to do is scroll to the main page, excuse me, the page one of the main document. And this will show the different styles. We go here, click down here, we see the title style is selected. We go down here, you see that the heading one is selected, and those heading ones will go directly over here to the navigation pane, which you can see if you don't have it open, go right there. You'll see the different headings. You can kind of see the different, the different headings for the document and kind of how the layout of the document. So we've done it, we checked that out. Um, and we go down here and we're going to go over to the themes. We go to design, and here are our themes. Do this. And as we mouse over, we kind of see different, what it would look like if we changed it to this or that theme. We want to go to frame, which is right here. We're going to click on it. And you can kind of see I'll go back and forth. It's slight, but there are differences there. We're in the frame theme now. And within these themes, we can adjust the colors and the fonts. And go in here to these colors, and these have these presets. Again, if you mouse over, should at least. Let's see. Well, show you the different colors. Changed it to blue warm there. You can go in and change it to, change it to orange. You can see there the font colors are changed there. You go back here and go to blue warm. Sure why sometimes when the mouse over is showing the preview and sometimes it's not. It should be showing it every time. And then we can also change the fonts. So we go in here, and under this one, it's going to change the font for the entire document, not just select a word and change the font. This is for the whole thing. Go in here, go to fonts, and where am I at? Uh, okay. And here we are getting the live preview as we mouse over it, seeing how it changes. Here we want Franklin Gothic, which is right here. And we'll click on that. And then we can go and we can change the styles. The theme is the overall document, and then the styles are, kind of with it. We go in here. It's another situation where you kind of have to mouse over it to see the name. And again, you can kind of see the preview here. We want one that's called centered. If you look here, this one, you can see it. All the headings are centered here. So we're going to click on that one. And now everything, well, the titles have been centered. And that's kind of everything. So we want to go ahead, see the changes, and we're going to save the file. Save it. We go through and we save it as, imagine that I just saved it as D2. And you can actually go in through it here and you can customize the colors and customize the fonts and sort of make your own custom themes. Could be a situation where you're, working for a specific company that has these three colors or these four colors in their company style, and you will use those for your materials because that's what the company uses, right? Whatcom has its own, the red that you see on the web page is a specific red that is a certain code that we'll look at here in a second. And you can set those in here so that you can have those handy to use them for a document, if you're making a lot of documents for a certain company. But let's go do it. So here we go to colors, and we're going to customize colors. And let's see, make sure I get all of these. There's a few. If I miss one, I'm sorry. So text background light 1. right here. And then here are the sort of the colors within that warm blue theme. But if we go to more colors, here are your standard colors that are sort of in the system, but you can go to custom colors and set your color to a specific color. These are known as RGB or red, green, blue. Um, and as you change the amount of red, green, and blue that is mixed in with the color, it will change the overall color to something, right, as you adjust these. And then the hex number here is that each one of these colors, as the color changes, the hex changes. So if you knew the hex number, you type that in, it would automatically put in the RGB. Here we are just going to put them in. Make sure that I get all of them here. Let's see here. So just make sure I'm on the right one. Light one. Okay. And we're going to go to more colors. And here we're just going to set those RGBs. And there's also the other, and there's HSL, which I don't know what that is. So, okay. So for the first one, we set the red for 220. You can go up and down, but it's a little bit easier to just type it in, unless they're close. And then 217. Over there, and it's kind of got this lavender looking thing. And we'll click OK. And it changes it to that color. Okay, the next one is the text background dark 2. And again, we're just going to go in here and do these custom colors again. So we have 32, so I can click 94 and 200. This little darker blue, click OK. And we have accent 1 and accent 3 here. So there's accent 1. Custom colors. 112, 202, and 255. And then notice this is changing each time. Click OK there. And we will go to accent 3. We'll change this one. Okay, 218, 98, and 114. Okay, click OK. And now that we have all these, we can take a look at them, compare them to the text. They seem pretty close to me. And we will save this as the Raritan color set. And we will save it. Okay, and now we do pretty much the same thing for the font sets. Is that we go over here to our fonts, to customize fonts. And here we're going to change the heading font to Cambria. Instead of searching, it's way easier just to start typing it in and it'll fill for you. Times New Roman. And we're going to call this Raritan font set. And we're going to save. And notice those change. Now we're going to create and apply a customized theme. And so we've made changes to the frame theme that we started with. It was called frame, but now that we changed some colors, changed some fonts. Now we're going to save this theme. And we go back up here to theme. And we save the current theme, which we're going to save into our little theme folder here as, what is it, Raritan? Just Raritan theme. And now that we have it saved in that folder, when we open up another document, we can put in this custom one because it's saved, which is what I think we're going to be doing now. Yes, so we go to the newsletter. We will save it as revised. Let's go take a peek. Go to design, go to our themes, and hey, there it is, right at the top, the custom theme. Click on there, and it switches basically the colors and the fonts to what we had set. And there you go. That's the first 2 sections. Now we're going to be working with quick parts. Quick parts are, again, just little small templates where a theme will affect the whole document. These are just basically building blocks to put into a document. And you'll see as we do them. And first thing we want to do is go and look at the properties. So we go back over here. This is slightly different than the book says. We don't really need to do show all properties because if we just do info, we can see the title is right there in its newsletter. And if we did show all properties, we also see comments. Excuse me, is Sandra Chavez Hall? You show all properties here. We're gonna be doing that here in a second. We're gonna go back and we're going to do what? Place the insertion for the blank line below the company logo. And here we're going to put in the quick part, which is the title. It's under insert, quick part. I mean, is it auto? No, it's building blocks. Is it property document? No, property document. Excuse me. Property document. We'll click title here. And notice it says newsletter. We'll click off of it because newsletter is the title of the document in the info back here. And here we're going to go in. Next, I believe, let's see here, is the subject. Put space right there. Quick parts to the document property. And here we're going to put subject. And right now it just says subject because we don't have a subject for the document. But if we go back to info, let's see, and there's subject right there. And it looks like the subject of this newsletter is meningitis. Oop. Meningitis. And save it. And we go back, and now meningitis is in that box because we've set the subject. And here, after the Chief Development Officer, if we go back, remember we saw that Sandra is her name. Sandra, she's right here in the comments. If we go here, we go in and do a quick part for the comment, there's her name. And her name and the title had been set by the book publisher just to have that information in there. If you were doing a document for yourself, of course, you'd have to put that stuff in there. Okay. Right, so we've got those. And now we're going to go down and add some building blocks. So building blocks, these are just like little pieces of a document that you can put in. So let's scroll to the second page, which I have done, and click anywhere in it. So now we're going to be working in the second page because we have this selected here. And if we go over here back to quick parts and go into the building blocks organizer, these are all ones that you could potentially put in. And notice, there are a lot of titles because these are all cover pages. This is a bibliography type. They're just the little presets that Word has built in. And what we need to go down to is to find the WISP sidebar. You have a WISP cover page. That's not what we want. We want the sidebar. And it's going to be maybe kind of a pain to find. Let's see here. Is it? Oh, maybe I see it. We'll help to pull this out or just stretch this out. There's the WISP sidebar. It's under text boxes. You'll see it'll pop that in right there. And what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to insert it. And we're going to change the title, or excuse me, the sidebar title to location. Okay, that part is done. And now we're going to create some quick parts on our own. You can, much like you can save a custom theme, you can also save quick parts. So what we want to do is open the marketing, Raritan Marketing. And we're going to do a few of these. Again, make sure I save all of them or do all of them. It's a select both paragraphs under staff, which is right here. And we go back to insert, quick parts, and in auto text, so we look under the auto text. So there's the quick part gallery, but we don't want to go to auto text here. We want to save this selection to the auto text gallery. And we're going to change Raritan Clinic to staff. And I think we're going to leave everything else the same. We are. I'm going to click OK. And it should have saved it there. Let's take a look over here. So we go to auto text, and there it is. There's staff. So if we wanted to put this information into a document, we would just do that and have it right there. Okay. Let's see. So I've done that for staff. Select the paragraph under the location heading. Okay, so we're just going to kind of, add a few of these in here. Paragraph under location, we're going to add location. Text, save it. Location. And hours of operation and policy paragraphs. So, we don't want the title, I don't think. I think we just want that. Staff, there's location. We're going to save this one. It's hours of operation. And policy. Okay, now we have those that are now in the saved for quick parts. So now we go back to newsletter, and in the, we're going to take this sort of placeholder dialog, and we're going to put in the location quick part. So we don't have to type it out again. We have it saved. We just go in here, insert, quick parts. We have it saved under auto text. We sure should. There's location, and there it is. That's where you find it. Okay, now we're going to save the file. Okay, we saved it again, and now we're going to insert a cover page to our newsletter. We go up here, we see they don't have one. We're going to go to insert. We're already there. We're going to go to, where are you at? Pages right here, and cover page. And the one that we're going to choose, again, we have some different options, and we're going to choose banded. Banded puts in the cover page, and because newsletter is our title, it puts it in as the title. So let's scroll down here, see if there's anything else. So we have the Raritan employee, and we have Raritan Clinic East down here. Let's see, scroll to the bottom. And we just want to delete that. Click this here. Oh, whole thing, and delete it. And we also want to delete the company address. While leaving, it looks like we're going to leave Raritan Clinic East down there. Okay, next, what are we going to do? We're going to use some of those quick parts and the building blocks to create the document here. So pause it for a moment, be right back to do that. In this section here, we're going to add a little bit more to the quick parts menu, or the quick parts, I don't know, library, maybe we could call it. And these are going to be for the headers and just basically the start, the graphic at the start of the newsletter and the logo for Raritan. And so the first thing we want to do is select everything down to the chief officer's name. So we've got that. Oh, we also want, excuse me, before we do that, I'm going to change November to winter month. Okay. Now we select everything. I'm going to save the selection to the quick part gallery. And we're going to call it newsletter opener. Let's see if there's anything else we need to, doesn't look like there's anything else we need to change. Save it right there. And then we just select the logo by itself. Save that selection, and it's going to be logo or Raritan logo. Click OK. And now if we go over here to the Explore Quick Parts, we see our two quick parts that we just created is under General, and there they are. So if we wanted to put them in another document, we can. I'm just going to use the same one, and I'm going to undo it real quick. So I'm going to do, let's see. So here's a brand new, this is obviously not part of the homework, and but I just want to show you that you can just plug these right in. You do that. That's your logo. You still have to go in and center it on the page. There's some things you need to do. The shape format here, you need to go in, see, position that. There's the positioning. You'd mess with it to get it to look how it should, but this is how you do it. And you put in that the quick part there. So I'm going to undo everything I just did and go on. Okay. Close the file. It says don't save. You know what? I'm going to save. Okay. I'm going to close this too. And let's see. We'll just go back to our base Word because we're going to look for a new template. And this, we'll save it too. If you want to save the changes to building blocks, why not? Okay. You may not want to, but I did. Okay. So now we're going to do a new document, and it's looking for templates. Let me go ahead and open this up. We go here, File, and under New, and these are different templates, and these are basically things that Microsoft or other people have created that are basically templates for a document that you can create. It's basically so the work has been done so you don't have to for everything. You don't have to reinvent the wheel for all of these because you have templates that already exist. Like here, if we want to do an employee of the month, we would click create here, and then all we would have to do is select, is it editing? Yes. You, the student. Congratulations. But that's how it works. Of course, you're just getting these templates and putting them in there. This is another thing that changes over time. Just Microsoft puts in some, takes some out. And I believe the one that the book wants, which is called the Blue Curve letterhead, is no longer in its library. So we're going to go back over here, new, search for templates, and we will do, let's see, business. Who knows? It might be there, but I don't think it is. We'll hit the search bar, and there are so many. And they're just, if we look for Blue Curve, we're not going to see it. What I will say is that the closest one that's in there now is this thing called the Big Wave. This one is just, let's see if the Big Wave, go back here. Big Wave, search. So this is the closest thing that we've got because there is the Blue Curve. Don't worry about this. I'm going to just show you. So let's go in here. I am actually going to show you the process of doing it here, but I'm not going to do it because I actually have the Blue Curve saved. So I'll have that on the Canvas page for you to download and use. But I just want to show you how you would go down and you would save the theme here. And so we would click. Let's just go back to business and save it. And we'll click Metro Report here. We'll create it. I think we'll need to create. Let's see. So we would click this to create it. Then we would go into our design and our themes, and we can apply the Raritan theme to the template that we just downloaded. And again, if this were the Blue Curve that we were changing to this, we would go in here and we would file and we would save as future newsletter. But I've actually got that file for you, so you don't have to save this one as that. Pop over to Canvas, you'll see that it's there, and you can download that right now to keep going in your homework. And then the next thing we're going to do is to keep using this future newsletter. So, okay, I'm going to pause it right quick to get that set up, and I'll be right back. Okay, and I have popped over to Canvas here to show you where that file is and just kind of how to get a hold of it. So this is, using that Blue Curve template that's not there anymore, but just so that it can match up, so you can have your homework match up. I've got it right here. We click there. You can see it right here. It's what it's supposed to look like. download it. Then we open it up, we enable editing, and this is where we are to start W6D7. And if we go in, we can see we're going to apply the Raritan theme, but nothing changes because it's already, as part of that number 6, you save the theme with it. So there you go. We're all ready to go for 6-D7. Okay, now we've got this document here. Now we're going to edit it. It's set up as the template for future newsletters at this particular business. So first thing we want to do is anywhere inside the company name field, click here if it's not already clicked, and then you want to click that table to select, or excuse me, click this little plus or cross there to select everything, and we're going to hit backspace to delete everything there. And in its place, we're going to go ahead and put in the newsletter opener. But first, we're going to go to Home, Paragraph, and Center Alignments. It's going to pop in the paragraph in the center, or the quick part in the center. I think this, when before I did it on the other page, I didn't center it first, so it was on the left side. Should center it first. So we're going to go in here and under quick parts. Oops, excuse me, it's under insert, quick parts, newsletter opener. And now we have everything that we had, everything here. Now what we want to do is go in and put, because, from the other document, we had the title and we had the comments was the Sandra lady. This document doesn't have them yet. Now we're going to go put them in. Go over here, info, title is newsletter, right? Right? Where can I find this? Newsletter, yes. And in the comments is Sandra Chavez Hall. It is, which is right. Off those, and we go back, and we see that those are now placed in there, and we kind of have this blank document ready to put in some information for the newsletter. Okay. If necessary, place the insert point below here. Oh, it's already there. And we want a continuous section break. Layout, breaks, section break, continuous, right there. Go ahead and turn on the, whoops, turn on the, what's the word I'm looking for? Paragraph markers so we can see them. Okay, so we have the section break there. What do we want to do next? Delete the greeting line, the 2 lines above it. Okay. All right, delete the 3 closing lines. Those 3 here. Okay, delete those. Click anywhere inside the body of the text. Oh, delete that as well. Now we're going to go to page layout, into columns. We're going to go to more columns. And we want 2 columns. We want a line between the columns. And we want everything else, I think, to stay the same. And so we click OK. So those will, if they would put information in there, they would have 2 columns. We're going to save this. We would save this as, future newsletter. Sure. We're going to put that in the correct folder. I'll go ahead and put that in my folder for the handouts. Okay, saved here. And now we also want to save this as a template type. So, does it save as a template? I'm going to have it save as a template here. Save as template right there. This is a custom office template. That's where we want to save it. And so it's right there. Okay. Oh, whoops, I didn't save it into the correct spot. Or wait. No, we're good. Okay. I do need to go back and save it to the not into documents in the custom folder, but we do want to save this into our wherever we're saving our documents. And in this case, I've just got it in file folder. So here and call it, future newsletter template. We'll do that. We'll save it. We have this basic template ready to go. Close this file, but then we go back in here, future newsletter template. We open it up, and then they want you to save it as, what is it, December newsletter. And that's it. Then the last thing that we will do here is, what is this, mess with some fonts? Changes the default font. So I'm gonna close this. I'm not gonna save it. This is where you'd save it as December newsletter. I'm not gonna save it. Pause it for a second to get set up, and then we'll do this last little bit and be done. Okay, looking at it right quick, there's really nothing to save, and I kind of don't want to mess with it's basically we're setting a different default font for Word entirely, and then changing it back. So I'm just going to show you how you would do that. You don't have to do it. There's nothing to save here. I'm just going to show it like, maybe you are a person who, like I like Arial, if you wanted to just set the default to Arial, is that you just go in here to your font box. You pick whichever one you want. The example they give here is Times New Roman. And so this would be Times New Roman, regular 12, set as default, and then all, this document only, or all documents based on the normal template. That would change that would change the default font for every document that you make to Times New Roman 12. I don't want to do that and then just undo it. So I'm not going to, but you would click here and click OK, and that's how you do it. Cancel it because I don't want to do it. That's really everything there is for the chapter. So now, with that in hand, go after the homework. I think everything that you will need, I don't know if you need to look up any, but I think everything is there. If there's not, of course, let me know and I'll get it to you. Okay. Cancel that. That's everything. Have a good one.